Greetings and salutations, all you guys and gals. Yowza. Y'all also help me, yowza. Alright, so I got that Legends reference out of the way. Steven here once again. This weekend, besides what's going to take place this weekend, in between, it's going to be the three biggest weekends, arguably, in the world of sports. You got the Clash this weekend, along with the Pro Bowl, the Super Bowl next weekend, and the Daytona 500 the following Sunday after the Super Bowl. But since it's mostly a racing channel, this is all about the Clash for today. And I want to start previewing that by going over the format of this year's Clash. Now, there'll be 4 heat races in the Clash this year, each running for 25 laps. The top 5 in each heat will advance to the next. Will advance to the main event. Now, practice will determine how you start the heat races. If you're the first fastest, you start on pole in Heat 1. Second fastest, you start on pole for Heat 2. Third fastest, pole in the third heat. Fourth fastest, you start on pole for the last heat, and so forth all the way down. In addition, for the last chance race, the top 4 will also advance. No, wait, my mistake. In the last chance race, it'll be 75 laps, and the top 2 will advance. My mistake, folks. Sorry about that. In addition, whoever is highest of those drivers in points who did not clinch will get the last spot. As for the race itself, I believe it's about 100 laps for the entire thing. Which the heat races can be seen tomorrow night on FS1, with the last chance race and the main event on Sunday, which that can be seen on Fox. Plus practice as well will be on FS1. As to who I think is going to win the Clash this year, I'm going to pick one of the favorites in my book, and that would be Kyle Larson. Larson is good on the short tracks, although he's never ran. Although none of the drivers have run at Bowman Gray before, I still think Larson is going to be the favorite based on his past experience on the short tracks to get it done. Although, since this is the Clash, don't be surprised if a Gibbs driver ends up getting the win instead. But we'll have to wait and see this weekend if that's going to be the case or not. Speaking of returning tracks, as you know, Rockingham is back for the Xfinity and Truck Series schedule for 2025. And with the return to the Xfinity Series, also features the return of Casey Kane, driving the 33 NASCAR'S.com car for Richard Childress for that series. Now, Kane, as you know, won the truck race at Rockingham back in 2012 and came also close for having his first win there in the Cup Series back in 2004, which was the last time the Xfinity and Cup Series ran there. I think Casey's going to do pretty good at Rockingham. He probably won't win, but I think I'm a solid enough run by the time we get the Easter weekend at Rockingham. Now, while taught by El Costevez logged in for the Daytona 500, I did mention something about a procedure that allowed it to be locked in despite not having any points. So, let's talk about that for a moment. What it boils down to is that if NASCAR deemed yourself as a world-class driver for an event, if you don't make it in on speed, you may get in with that. But if you do use that way to get in there, you're not getting any prize money. If there's a tie, the tiebreaker goes to the driver who finished behind you, basically. In addition, that driver, if you win, will get first place points, but no playoff points. Meanwhile, the damaged vehicle policy has been dropped entirely. But you will have a limited amount of time to try to repair your car on the track. And if you can't, while you're on pit road, then you have to take the car behind the wall. But you will be able to come out on the track later, assuming, of course, if NASCAR deems the car can be repaired at all. Now, if it's a flat tire, you will be told back to your pits. In addition to this, does also affect playoffs as well, because it made some minor changes on that too. Unless it's for medical or family-related reasons, if you miss a NASCAR Cup Series race, then you will forfeit all your playoff points you had up to that point, and will forfeit your playoff points going forward. Say, for example, what Kyle Larson did at Indy for the Indy 500 and Coke 600 weekend, for example, regarding that. And from what I've read, if you're suspended, then I think that also applies to you as well. Though I'm not 100% sure on that as well. And it didn't. Now, I do want to give an update on the lawsuit situation right quick as well while I'm here. Sometime in May, NASCAR will, the appeal will heard on a lawsuit by NASCAR and the two teams, 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. The deal is that the point situation, the charge situation will be safe for this year, but NASCAR is challenging, or they're appealing, they having to pay the teams in the meantime, as if they were charter teams. So the way to see in May, what would the judge do in that regard? Continue NASCAR to pay the teams or not? But regardless, they will be able to keep the charters for at least this year. In addition to this, Carl Long's new team, known as Garage 66, effective this season, and Chandler Smith will drive the car instead of Mike Wallace for the Daytona 500. Although we don't know yet at this time how many races the new team will race for. But I think it's part-time. Tubi, for the record, as a new NASCAR Fast channel, which is a free ad service channel, which mostly airs classic races and whatnot, but will be the new home for the Hall of Fame ceremony. All that I'd like for Tubi to do is at least stream the Fox races live as well, since Tubi is also owned by Fox. But we'll have to wait and see on that. And NASCAR also wants to deal with Bell Media on the Canada side of things to keep all their races on all their networks over there. CTV, TSN, USA, TSN Plus. In addition, Rev TV will also cover the NASCAR's Canadian series and the ARCA series up in Canada as well. And some good news regarding Kurt Busch, although I don't know if he'll be able to race in NASCAR again anytime soon, but he has cleared to race it again. We'll have to wait and see, however, if eventually he will return to NASCAR in some capacity, even if it's just a one-off deal. But I hope he does, to be honest. And yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got to say for now. So my question to you in the comments below is this. Let me know your thoughts on everything I talk about on this channel. Now, obviously, you can look this up for yourself if you want more detail about this. I just looked over to give you the brief recap of everything. Who's your favorite for the Clash? Who is going to win the Daytona 500? And will you watch the Super Bowl next weekend? Because from what I've heard, most of America probably won't watch the Super Bowl because they don't like the matchup between the Eagles and the Chiefs. But if you do watch, consider this. History's going to be made next Sunday regardless, with either the Chiefs becoming the first team to win 3 straight Super Bowls, something that since last time no one's won 3 straight championships in general in the NFL since the Green Bay Packers of the 1960s, where they won the first 2 Super Bowls and the last NFL championship game. Or could the Eagles be the second team, and the same team for that matter, to snap that streak, since the Patriots were the only other team to appear at 3 straight Super Bowls, but lost to the Eagles in between the Falcons and Rams wins, respectively. Even though I still say Atlanta should have won that game, but it's all in the past. And also, who do you think is going to win the Pro Bowl? Either the NFC or the AFC. Anyway, I'll be back soon to recap everything that happened in the Clash and get some more news ready for you. Until then, I'll see you next time, my little chickadees. Yes. Bye, folks.